Hello, everyone. It's me again. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I'm about to go fuck with this nigga nerves right quick. Since he want to play with me, I'm play with him. Oh, boy. Y'all ain't gonna see his face, but y'all gonna hear the conversation. Excuse my whack-ass recording skills, because they suck. You fool! What it is? How your stomach feel? What if I tell you I put something in your food? What if I tell you I put something in your food? So what? Just put it in there. You about crazy. They put something on food, I'm in. Well, I don't get people. I guess it's not my place to get, but you know, it is what it is at the end of the day. I still want to cut my hair off again, but I'm not. I promised my son that I wouldn't, so I'm gonna let it grow out. Yeah, it's long enough for me to pick up and braid though. But I don't know. Get back to my word.
Their divine inheritance. Look back at the ancient sacred record.
I missed something. Hold up.
Waiting for you to open your mouth and command the atmosphere with unshakable confidence. Your gentleness was never meant to be a ceiling that restricts your expansion. It was designed to be the rock-solid foundation of your power. You were never created to be tamed by religious traditions or social expectations.
No.
You were created to be trusted with kingdom authority. The quiet wilderness season built your inner architecture. Now that the inner foundation is built, the outer manifestation must begin today. God is stripping away the false identity of the victim from your spirit right now. You are no longer the wounded child trying to please everyone around you. You are the cycle breaker that heaven has been waiting for. Stepping forward changes your destiny forever. Listen carefully. This next truth will reach places inside you that you have never been able to put into words. You must understand why the enemy fears your public presence far more than your quiet prayers. Stay with me right now as we uncover the ancient biblical precedent that guarantees your triumph on the public stage.
Y'all listening to this?
The atmosphere around your life is shifting as you hear these words. The agreement with fear is breaking apart right now.
I've been scared for a long time.
Spiritual records to see how those who came before you conquered the fear of public visibility and claimed their divine inheritance. Look back at the ancient sacred records to see how God operates with those he chooses. You are not the first warrior required to step out from the shadows into the open light. Think about Moses when he was isolated in the desert wilderness. He spent 40 years in absolute quietness, tending sheep in the hot dust. He thought his life of public influence was over forever, and every morning when he woke up, the endless desert sand reminded him of the palace he left behind. Yet God was secretly building his inner endurance for a far greater mission. Moses felt comfortable in that quiet, hidden life far away from the noise of Egypt. But when the Most High appeared in the burning bush, he did not tell Moses to stay in the desert and pray in secret. God commanded him to march directly back into the royal palace of Pharaoh. Moses had to perform supernatural signs in broad daylight for all the leaders to see. And even though his voice trembled with hesitation in the beginning, his willingness to step into the public light changed the history of an entire nation. Pharaoh represented the ancient spirit of oppression that kept an entire lineage trapped in hard labor for centuries. That spirit did not break when Moses prayed quietly in the wilderness. It broke when Moses stood tall in the public square.
I guess that's why I'm getting on YouTube.
The authority of God before the freed millions from cruel captivity. Consider the story of young David tending his father's sheep on the quiet hillsides. Samuel anointed David in secret behind closed doors, while his older brothers watched in confusion. Yet that private anointing did not place the crown upon his head. David remained a simple shepherd boy until the day he stepped onto the open battlefield in front of two massive armies. And while the trained soldiers shrank back in terror, David walked straight toward the giant because he understood that public battles require public faith. Goliath stood in the valley, shouting insults against the living God every single morning. The whole army of Israel cowered in fear behind the rocks because they were afraid of being seen by the enemy. But David refused to hide in the trenches like the rest of the frightened men. He ran toward the giant in front of thousands of witnesses, and his public courage released the supernatural shift.
I guess I'm building up my courage by doing this. Yeah, I need to do my hair, but it'll be alright. Y'all be alright. Somebody gonna hook me up one day.
He did not offer a quiet prayer in a dark cave where no one could criticize his words. Elijah demanded a public contest in front of hundreds of false prophets and the whole population. He built the altar out in the open, poured water over the sacrifice, and called down holy fire from above. The fire of heaven fell in broad daylight only when the altar was erected publicly before the crowd. That public demonstration turned the hearts of the people back to God and ended a severe drought in a single afternoon. Public obedience has always been the divine key that unlocks supernatural acceleration in human destiny. The enemy knows this ancient law very well, which is why he spent years trying to keep your voice hidden in the background. You have been praying in your quiet room for months, and heaven heard every single word you uttered. Those private tears built your spiritual stamina and proved your loyalty in the dark seasons of life. But now the timeline requires a physical step out onto the public stage where your light cannot be ignored. You cannot break a public curse through hidden actions alone because the darkness must see your unshakable authority in action. Now I want to close the loop that has been open since the beginning of this message. I told you earlier that there was something profound found in research laboratories that I was going to...
Laboratory.
I waited...
Easy, get out to my laboratory. Y'all remember Dexter's Laboratory? That was my shit.
Scientists in New York discovered it's not just information. What they uncovered is a complete solution. And the solution only becomes truly useful once you understand the full shape of the problem it solves.
Hello, world.
The full shape of your assignment today. If you feel the divine truth of these words stirring your soul right now, take a quick moment to take action. Hit that like button right now and share this video with someone who needs it. Do not do it for this channel, but share it so this exact prophetic message can reach another chosen one who is currently struggling in quiet isolation. You were not chosen to live out your entire life as a hidden survivor of difficult circumstances. You are an anchor of light placed in your family tree to rewrite the story for generations to come. When you step out and perform your assignment publicly, you break the spirit of fear over your children and relatives. The dark forces that controlled your bloodline will be forced to retreat in total defeat. Every step of public obedience sends a massive shockwave through the unseen realm. The angels assigned to your lineage align with your physical movement the instant you stop hesitating in fear. The wilderness season served its purpose by building your spiritual strength, but the door to your public elevation is swinging wide open right now. Prepare your spirit right now, because we are about to enter the most critical revelation of this entire message. What I am going to expose in the next section will uncover the exact hidden blocker that has been sabotaging your confidence and how you will destroy it permanently today.
I hope so, Lord. No, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Of your breakthrough. Here is the monumental truth that hell tried to hide from you for so many years. You believed the enemy was always a person standing outside your door with malicious intent. You thought it was the jealous co-worker, the envious relative, or the fake friend who betrayed your trust. And while you were busy watching those people, the ultimate trap set against your destiny was being built inside your own thoughts.
Yes, it was.
The weapon used against you was a hidden agreement of limitation inside your own mind.
Yep.
contract with fear years ago. When you were wounded by people you loved, you promised yourself that if you stayed small, nobody would attack you again. You decided that if you concealed your true authority, you would never have to face the painful sting of rejection. That hidden agreement became an invisible cage that locked your spirit in the cold shadows. You started apologizing for your gifts before anyone even asked you to speak. You shrank your presence in every room you entered because you feared making others feel uncomfortable. You smiled politely while people stepped over your boundaries, and you called that passive submission a virtue. You thought this habit of shrinking was a noble sign of spiritual maturity. But let me speak directly to your soul right now with unshakable clarity. Apologizing for your divine assignment is not humility. It is subtle disobedience disguised as peace. God did not pour his holy oil upon your head so you could pretend to be powerless in front of a world that is starving for truth. Now we arrive at the exact revelation you have been waiting to receive. What is the specific public act that God is demanding you perform fast? It is not about creating a loud spectacle to seek validation from carnal crowds. It is not about standing on a street corner shouting arguments to prove your point to stubborn minds. The public act God requires is the immediate public declaration of your boundaries. God is commanding you to step forward publicly in your daily life and stop asking for permission to exist. You must open your mouth in your workplace, in your home, and in your community, and speak your divine truth without shrinking back. You must publicly refuse to participate in toxic generational patterns that have bound your family for decades, and you must let everyone see that you belong to God. When you publicly stand up for your divine identity, you break the invisible contract of fear forever. You let everyone see that you no longer answer to their manipulation or their conditional approval. You demonstrate that your loyalty belongs to the Most High alone. That bold public boundary sends a violent shockwave through the unseen realm that forces dark entities to retreat in total defeat. The enemy is terrified of this specific act because he knows its lethal power over your timeline. As long as you keep your boundaries hidden in private, toxic people will continue to cross them without hesitation. But the moment you draw a firm line in the sand publicly, the atmosphere around your life shifts permanently. The leeching spirits around you will either align with your authority or scatter away from your path. Think about how much energy you wasted trying to manage the opinions of people who were never assigned to your future. You spent sleepless nights replaying conversations in your head and wondering how to fix relationships that were designed to end. God allowed those connections to break so you would stop seeking refuge in places that were suppressing your calling. Your true assignment requires an environment of honor, not constant tolerance. You are not standing in the background anymore. The season of apologizing for your divine intensity is officially dead and buried today. You were engineered to lead, to build, and to shift entire environments simply by walking into a room with your head held high. Heaven is backing your public step right now with legions of angels assigned to protect your divine destiny. This is the exact moment where your wilderness journey transforms into your public inheritance. You are no longer the frightened survivor hiding behind closed doors while others dictate your worth. You are the cycle breaker that God anointed to dismantle ancient chains. Your public obedience today seals your victory and opens massive doors that no mortal man can ever shut against you. What I am about to show you next is going to connect something you have felt in your own experience with something found in a research laboratory. And that connection is going to explain something about your life that nothing else has quite explained before. Stay locked in right now as we step into the exact mechanism that restores your full authority and clears the fog from your mind forever. Let us pause right now and speak in plain words about what you face today. You understand why stepping into public authority feels intimidating when your mind is clouded. For years you believed that the heavy fog in your thoughts was proof of personal weakness, but the truth is much simpler than you realized. Modern living has systematically disrupted the natural alignment of your mind. It forces your interior receiver to operate at a tiny fraction of its true capacity. You are not a failed soul struggling to find your path in the dark. You are a cycle breaker whose spiritual authority was waiting for the physical instrument to be restored. When your mind is out of alignment, even your sincere prayers feel like they hit a brass ceiling. Heaven did not abandon you in the wilderness. The signal from above was always strong and clear, but your mind needed to be recalibrated to receive the full message. Now let us return to the exact question I asked you to hold earlier in this message. I asked, what if the heavy fog you experience in public is not age, but what if something vital was taken from you at the neural level? The answer to that question was uncovered in 1981. A brilliant researcher,
my year,
Roger Sperry,
I was born in 1981.
with his groundbreaking
Hold on, wait a minute. That's kind of scary. I was born August 10th, 1981. Yes, Nick, Tuesday I will be 45, y'all. 40 fucking 5. So I look 45? Yeah, I do. I look worn. I look tired. Misery loves company. I've been miserable because I let people make me miserable. But I've been in solitude by myself, just growing and focusing and staying aligned. Yeah, I still do what I do, but I'm getting better. And the last video I posted, man, I couldn't help myself no more. My spirit would not let that shit, it doesn't suffice anymore. Like, because it's damned if I do and damned if I don't. You know, I'm tired of pouring myself into bullshit ass people, and they give me their ass to kiss. I'm not doing that no more. I had shrunk myself so small I could walk under a fucking closed door, and I just refuse to do that shit anymore because the fuck. I'm worth so much more. I got so much in me, I don't even know what to do. I don't know. Well, I guess this is coming first, but, you know, it's a lot of stuff I want to do. It's a lot of things I want to achieve. And as it's going right now, I can't achieve it with no partner, no companion. To get to where I want to be, I can't do it like that. I've been doing it forever. Like, been a wild child forever, since I was like 12, 13 years old. And I'll be 45 this year. Thank God I made it that far. I didn't think I would, but I did. I went through a lot of preparation to get to this point, because, I mean, my mom see me on Channel 9 News was selling ass. No, I'm not ashamed of my story, so what the fuck? Fuck y'all and y'all opinions. I don't care. I don't know. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what your ass gonna get. And I got that nasty ass cherry with that motherfucker, that liquor on the inside. Ugh, shit, nasty. My grandmother loved those things. Ugh, I hate cherries. But, yeah, I don't know. But I'm glad I got to this point mentally and spiritually. I'm just waiting for him to release everything that I got to say to people, because, you know, I bit my tongue today. Y'all can't see it. I bit my tongue today, and that motherfucker bled because I was holding my tongue. Like, if I say what I want to say to certain people, it would fucking tear them down, it would crush them, and that's not in me. It is, but I try not to, because two wrongs don't make a right. What the fuck? It's pointless. Why do them the way that they do me? I just suck it up, say what I gotta say in a nice, nasty way, and move the fuck on with a peace of mind. So they can say, fuck you, bitch, and suck my dick, and do this and do that, and have no compassion, no remorse, no nothing. This motherfucker still ain't said, I'm sorry, I apologize. The fuck? Nigga? It's just not gonna work. It's not gonna work. I could be very spiteful, but I'm not gonna do that. Let me get back to what he was saying, cause yeah, we got a few more minutes.
It changed how we understand human potential forever. Dr. Roger Sperry made a profound discovery. Your brain has two distinct sides. They are designed to work together. And when those two sides function in perfect alignment, you enter a state called whole brain activation, where your clarity becomes effortless and sharp. 98% of young children operate at this genius level naturally every single day.
I'm a genius. They got lost.
Less than 1 in 1,000 adults retain it. Modern stress shuts the connection down. This decline is not a spiritual failure, but it is a physical reality that can be restored. Consider the story of a woman from California. She felt completely blocked in her calling. Her mind operated in a thick haze for years, but after 10 days of using this protocol, a channel that was closed for years suddenly opened up completely. A man from Texas experienced the exact same breakthrough. He was holding everything together for his family. His prayers felt distant every morning. Yet within 2 weeks he woke up to find the heavy fog completely gone. They both reached that restored state through a breakthrough developed in New York. Dr. Daniel Barone spent years compressing clinical technology into an 8-minute sequence. You wear your headphones and close your eyes. You listen for 8 minutes a day. And while you rest quietly, your mind recalibrates to its original synchronized state without any effort on your part. They call it the Genius Switch. It is an engineered sequence built directly on Nobel Prize research. The Genius Switch is not for everyone. It is for the chosen one who understands that God prepared not only the promise but also the mind that must walk into that promise. You have been sincere in your calling for years. You are ready to stop treating mental fog as an inevitable burden on your shoulders. Most people scroll past this message because they accept a reduced version of life, but your spirit recognized the divine alignment the moment you heard these words. When Dr. Daniel Barone completed this protocol, his colleagues suggested a price of $500 based on clinical sessions. The official release was set at $49. It was created to be accessible, and today the entire protocol is available for $39 so that you can
have $39.
That includes 4 free stewardship guides to help remove fog-inducing foods from your kitchen. Every order is backed by a 100% ironclad money-back guarantee, so you can test it risk-free. Every week your mind stays out of alignment is another week that heaven's provision moves through a receiver operating below its designed capacity. What is coming to your timeline deserves the full version of your mind. One vital warning must be stated directly before you proceed. Many imitation tracks online use similar names, but they lack the clinical technology developed by Dr. Daniel Barone. The direct page is the only verified source. If your spirit resonates with what was shared today, the link in the description below.
If I had the money, I would do it, but I don't have the money.
Directly to where Dr. Daniel Barone and his team made this protocol available. You can read every single detail on their official page before making any decision. Take that small physical step now. Do not let this moment pass without action. Let us enter the final ceiling of your breakthrough. A tool can support your mental clarity, but obedience still belongs to the pure heart that God is forming inside you. The physical instrument does not replace the Holy Spirit. It does not replace your daily surrender before the Most High. What God is doing in your life today is not conditional on any earthly method. But when your receiver is restored, what God speaks lands on fertile ground. Now we enter the sacred space of divine sealing.
And I got a
The
double
season
chin.
is officially behind you forever, and the public stage of your kingdom assignment is standing wide open right now. The dark forces that kept your ancestors in silent bondage are trembling. because you chose obedience over comfort today.
When it comes to Roy Cooper,
Commotion. Well, you guys, I guess I got my confirmation. This is what I'm supposed to do. Well, I'm just being obedient because everything's working out for me. Everything's lining up. Everything's okay right now.
Take a deep breath right now. Feel the heavy burden of ancient shame lifting off your shoulders. I need you to perform a physical action right now to seal this prophetic instruction into your physical reality. Place your right hand over your heart right now. Close your eyes if you are sitting in a safe place. Feel the steady rhythm of your chest and know that every heartbeat is a gift from the Almighty God. You are not an accident sitting in a quiet room. You are a divine appointment. Repeat these words out loud with me right now. I declare that the spirit of fear.
I declare that the spirit of fear I declare that the spirit of fear does not have control of my voice or my mind. He's talking too fast, but
I release the need to apologize for my divine intensity. I am a warrior of light.
I'm a warrior of light.
Shifts the entire atmosphere wherever I walk. I am stepping out. Speak this next sentence with unshakable conviction right now. I claim my public authority.
I claim my public authority today.
Shadows of isolation, and I establish firm boundaries that protect my sacred peace. Every generational curse of delay.
It will be broken.
Operating in my family bloodline ends with me today.
It's going to end today.
Into my destiny with
I'm walking into my
because the most before me. Say this final declaration
Yes.
with absolute
Yes.
authority. I am not God's backup.
I'm not God's backup plan.
God's original plan.
I'm God's original plan.
I accept the weight of my calling.
I accept the weight of my calling without hesitation or regret.
Preparation is finished. And
My wilderness of preparation is finished.
the doors that were locked against my name are unlocking by divine decree.
Everything's
Every
unlocking.
shadow that tried to hold me
Every
back
shadow that try to hold me back must flee right now, because I stand fully in my divine authority.
waiting for this exact moment for
I didn't expect somebody to follow that real fast, but God knows, my higher power knows what's going on right now, because I ain't scared no more, obviously, because I'm sitting here on fucking YouTube. My probably twisted and everything, but it's okay.
these decrees.
It's getting better.
Chains
It's getting better. It's getting better. Y'all gonna help me stop.
into dust. Nothing can stop your progress.
Y'all gonna help me.
Heaven has recorded your spoken decree in the courts of eternity. Over the
That's
next
so-
72 hours,
I look
witness
like a
the
fucking
initial
orphan.
reports
I
of
look
this
stowed
massive
away.
spiritual
Like,
shift in your daily life. Strange hesitation will vanish from your mind when you speak to people. Toxic individuals who used to manipulate your kindness will suddenly back away in silent confusion because they can no longer touch your frequency. God is opening doors of divine opportunity that no mortal enemy can ever shut against your progress. You will receive unexpected favor in places where you were previously overlooked and dismissed. The wisdom that was built inside your spirit during the long wilderness years will flow out effortlessly when you stand before others. You will no longer crave the approval of men because you carry heaven. Do not walk away from this encounter and return to yesterday's quiet fear. Subscribe to this channel right now.
I already am.
Turn on all notifications because heaven is not finished speaking to your life. New prophetic instructions are coming to guide your steps through this season of public
And it's
revelation.
really been guiding me
Hit that
too.
subscribe button today so you remain connected to this vessel of divine truth. Stay locked in. Now type the word Amen in the comments below as a permanent signature of your spiritual obedience. When you write that simple word, you seal this prophetic decree into your physical reality beyond all doubt. Let the whole world see.
My
that you
nails
no
are a
longer
mess.
ashamed of the light you carry. Stand tall, step forward without fear, and watch how God transforms your entire time.
I'm not scared no more. I'm not scared.
It's not meant for you alone. Share this declaration with another.
Don't be afraid. I'm no longer afraid.
Wilderness of isolation. When you
I am not scared of the dark anymore. More.
expands tenfold. May the peace of the Most High guard your mind and your heart as you step into the open public light. May His angels surround your home and shield your family from every hidden attack of the the darkness.
Please, please,
You
Lord.
survived the fire, and now you are stepping into your bountiful harvest. Go forth in divine power, chosen one, because your season of public victory has finally arrived. Walk in power.
Okay. This one said God is risking it, but he can tell
Stop
me the truth.
scrolling right now. I am not asking. I am commanding you in the name of the Most High. Do not click away. Do not minimize this window. Do not let your mind wander for even 1 second, because what I am about to tell you in the next 17 minutes will either become the greatest breakthrough of your entire life.
Okay, I don't think everybody need to hear this one. I think this one's just personally for me. So, I'll get back at y'all later. Peace. Excuse me. Peace. Ew, that was nasty. Ain't that a sign for eating coochie? I ain't with that either. Not a fur burger muncher. But, yeah, I'll get back with y'all later. Bye.